What's up, guys? This is K&M Live. Today we're going to react into two videos. One, the landlord wants more than just rent money. And two, why are African marriages failing in the West?
Yep. And just to put a little extra on it, guys, since we have, um, I guess you could say African and Caribbean descent background with both of us, I just feel like this is something we can relate to. So here we go.
Breaking in America? Why are marriages in the African community, African marriages breaking? Why? When I talk about African marriages, I don't mean Black Americans. Black Americans, they are not part of this topic. I'm talking about African migrants who migrated to America or in Europe. Why are their marriages having a high failure rate? Why? And this is my honest opinion and observation.
Move the arrow.
So my first case study is recently, about some few months ago, here in Dallas, in Texas. There's this guy who brought the girlfriend from Cameroon. He's a Cameroonian guy. Him and the girl, they have 2 kids. They are not married. When he usually goes back to Africa, to Cameroon for vacation, they had 2 kids, but they are not yet married. So he decided to bring the girl to America so they could work out life together. And the worst part is, the girl used a Mexico road. That means, you know how Mexico road he spent a lot of money. The guy spent a lot of money. I can say approximately like 10 to 15 million fans to bring this girl to America.
Something I wanted to say about when he said the Mexican route, he's talking about going through the border. And yes, I was surprised when I first heard about it too, that they do have it. People think it's just regular, Mexican people that go through the border. No, it'd be all kinds of ethnicities going through the border. They be taking all kinds of things across the border. So I get what the route he was talking about, but continuing.
And behold, 3 weeks after this girl arrived, this girl had to run away from the house. This girl did not only leave the guy, this girl got this guy arrested after 3 weeks in America. This guy was arrested and jailed for 2 weeks on release, and this girl had to leave. You can imagine the trauma. And this is a trend. Recently again in Maryland, same situation. A guy sponsored a girl from Cameroon with a fiancé visa. That girl reached at the airport. The guy went to the airport to even pick up the girl. The guy could not even see the girl at the airport. They get jackpot instantly. They get disappear for airport. It means that on different part, the man can pick the girl up for airport. So this is what I want to talk about. So marriages are failing. And the ones that are failing are the ones that one of the spouse is imported. When I say imported, it means one of the spouse is imported from Africa or from somewhere else and brought to America or to Europe. Those ones are failing because we think that the best girls or the best husbands are from Africa. No. There are good women in America. There are good men in America. There are good men in Europe. There are good women in Europe. Why do you have to go through all the stress to go and import someone from Africa to bring to Europe to marry? The chances are 50-50. 50-50 that the person you're bringing is going to be good to you. Because 90% of those spouses or those girlfriends or boyfriends you have in Africa, their main objective is to jackpot. They just want to leave Africa. So they're going to be good to you. Whatever you say, they're going to do it. They're going to be nice to you. You're going to see them as angels. And once they succeed reaching their destination, America or
Planning their great escape,
they will leave you. They will
the USA.
And that is what is happening. The trend is wide now. The women are leaving the men. Men are leaving the women. It's happening. There are good women in America. There are good men in America. There are good women in Europe. There are good men in Europe. The angel you know beside you, the devil you know beside you is better than the angel far away. The devil you know beside you is better than the angel far away. Look for your own demon beside you. Buy your Tylenol. Look for your holy water. Be pouring it on them. Be drinking your Tylenol for headache. And you can have a peaceful life. If you bring from Africa, it's disastrous. I'm not saying that it doesn't work out. Some work out. But 90% of it is disastrous. 90% is disastrous. So look for a woman. Look for a woman where you are. Look for a husband where you are. Stop this trend of going to Africa to look for women and bringing them to America. My dear, you are just looking for a death wish. You are looking for a death wish. These women that are coming from Africa, these husbands that are coming from Africa, they just want to jackpot. Once they reach here, the mindset changes. And also, as a warning, don't think that men or women in America that they are good. Oh. Some men, some women here have attitude problem. You, the woman that is coming from Africa, or the man that is coming from Africa, you may actually be the good person, but the demon you're going to meet in America, you are going to meet a demon, because the attitude is, the mindset is, when someone from Africa, from Europe or from America brings someone from Africa, they think that they own that person. You get the point? So they want to control that person, they want to monitor that person, they want to dictate to that person. And most of the time it doesn't work, because the person from Africa, when he or she starts learning his rights or her rights of freedom, free speech and stuff like that, the next thing is they're going to fight you. They're going to fight you. You can't dictate to them because you brought them from Africa. You can't do that. And that is what is happening most of the times. So it's usually not even the people, the spouse from Africa. It's usually the spouse who is based in the abroad, in the Europe, in the America. That is the problem. So please, look for someone beside you. Get married to someone that you know, that you people can see each other, people can talk. Stop importing people from Africa or from wherever to bring them to America, and then you start complaining at the end that this person is bad, this person is bad. You may even be the problem. So share this video. Help someone. Let someone learn the lesson. Because a lot of marriages are breaking. A lot of marriages are breaking, and it's because of mistakes like this.
Go ahead.
ahead.
You go ahead.
No, I have a lot to say. I have a lot.
Well, going into this video, well, a lot of people, I mean, people who already were migrated from their own country to America, I mean, it makes sense why they want to get another woman from their country due to because either they was talking to them before over there, or usually, it's just it's somebody easier to get along with because you have the same culture. But you got to realize sometimes the person that's over there or just looking for opportunity to come to America, especially if they have talked about it or they've been wishing on it. And also, it's just that you just one of their golden tickets to get there because probably themselves are struggling or looking for opportunity to get something better, and you just going to be the catalyst for them to get to their main objective that they want to get to. So I mean, going with this thing back and forth, is it wise to get a girl from your own country? I guess like the man said, it can be 50-50 due to if y'all going to be compatible, or you're the one who's going to be controlling or trying to put the same standards that's from your own home country, but you know that you're in a Western country, so those rules are going to be applied differently, especially when your spouse is going to know. And like you said, once they know the rights, it's going to be hellfire. They're gonna start challenging you, and then it's going to be up to you whether you're going to deal with that or not. So I put it back to him.
Um, he was right. He did devil's advocate on both sides about the people trying to bring him here and the people going over there. One thing I will say is everybody don't operate the same. So their line of thinking and the way everybody don't look at relationships the same way. I mean, that's obviously a given fact. But one thing I will say is that I'm gonna speak from a man's perspective because I can't speak from a woman's perspective because I'm not a woman. But I'm gonna speak from a man's perspective. We all know that the divorce rate is super high in America anyway. It's already 80% divorce rate here anyway. So regardless if you marry somebody here, it's still bad regardless. And I see why guys will take the risk to bring somebody from Africa, speaking that we're African descendants in that sense, we may have things that we can relate to culture wise. And so we give that person that kind of trust. But I will say this, take your time. That would be my biggest advice to anybody who's doing this or a part of this. Take your time. Don't rush nothing. If you ain't seen the person, and if you do decide to do something like that, accept the risk because there's nothing in life that doesn't come without risk. If you feel like you could get a better option over there, go for it. But also, you should also ask yourself, why do they want to leave their country so bad? The way I would go about it would be, hey, I want to live here. I have the money, I have the resources. I can live here. I don't need to go back to America. See how they react, because that will let you know who that person is. Well, speaking from a man's perspective, it's kind of like if they want to come here so bad, you already know. You know, it's just kind of like, and I get it because all of us are not in careers where we could we could operate that way independently outside. You know, there's only specific careers you can take to do those kind of things. But to also put in the point that yes, they're on the other side of the argument that the people bringing them over have bad intentions. Yes, there's a lot of controlling. They feel like they want power over you and stuff like that. And then at that point, that's kind of their karma, because it's kind of like you can't get power over anybody here, so you choose to go over there and get power over somebody else who has less than. So, whether you have good intentions or bad intentions, take your time. That's what I would say to these people. Take your time, because time reveals all. So it's just kind of like, you know, don't rush into it. Don't like, make a hasty decision, be like, okay, we're getting married, let's go. Nah, take your time, slow down. Like John Legend. We're just ordinary people, man. Just take your time. I feel like a lot of these situations happen because they either want to rush it, or there's something that isn't right there already in the beginning. So take your time. Take your time, and also, just like anything else, be willing to take losses if you do something. Whether you get married here, I can name countless celebrities who got married here and look what happened to them. You got a guy who's a baseball player, highest pitcher, got screwed over by two females that were here. So it doesn't mean that if you stay here, you're gonna know, like, oh, you know what they'll do. They could still screw you here in America a lot easier because the laws favor them already anyway. So if you're gonna take the risk, take your time to get to know the person, have good intentions behind it. Because those that have bad intentions, hey, whatever's in the dark will come to the light. And that's all I have to say on that video. But
Inspiration
yeah.
for this clip as well.
And I think it's a pretty good deal for you. I mean, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, and what would your wife think?
Who cares what she thinks? Hey, is she here? No.
This man
Don't worry about
shiesty.
Oh, the humanity.
This man is so shiesty, man.
Come on. I'm starving.
I'm starving.
I told you that last time was the last time.
What was
Last time was the last
well, you
time.
seem to get it.
So it sounds like this isn't the first time that.
Yo.
What? Last time was the last time. What you mean by that?
Yeah,
Like
man.
Drewski, what you mean by that?
I've actually done this, that she's actually paid.
Man.
Using sex is what we're talking about here.
Man, that man want that young coochie. He was like, man, my wife coochie dusty, man.
Modern women
Need
are
that
sleeping
young
down too.
shit,
Let's keep
boy.
listening.
You're either going to take
Predator.
the clothes off and do what we did before. I mean, we've done it twice already.
Damn.
So we can do it again just like that. Nobody has to know.
Baby, nobody gotta know. Bruh. Get that, hey.
Oh, the humanity.
Get that rent paid, man.
I'm just gonna have to tell your wife, Mr. Roman.
Oh, okay. I'll put her out on the street just like I'll put you out on the street.
Damn.
Yeah, like that was very bad. Like when you was giving up coochie and then you trying to threaten him, but you gonna tell his wife, like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
what's that thing you like to say? This is what happens when you work with bad people. what you expect?
This man's cold blooded. All right, so I know what you're thinking, man. Chisha, do you mean to tell me that you don't think this is a skit? I think it's probably not real. I do.
I don't think it's a skit. I think it could be a skit too, but I mean, I highly go against that. Like this stuff actually does happen, but I mean, the way, I don't know how she got this man to accept going on TikTok to do that, but okay.
yeah.
But you know what's real? The comment section. That is the real focus of this video. Wait until you read the comments. You will probably be shocked. Maybe not.
Don't worry, I pay her rent too. You know, I pay all her bills. Okay, look, are you you're gonna either do, what do you want me to do? Hey, I'll take you out on a date. Would that help?
No.
Would that make you feel better?
No.
Okay.
Yo.
No.
Okay, look, you got about
Yo.
5 minutes
Damn.
to take off your clothes.
Damn.
That's right out here, and we're gonna do it, and then you can pay me the rent later.
You want this rent paid or not? Is what he's trying to say.
Oh, the humanity. Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir. Yo,
Is this still going?
I don't know.
Hey, what's it gonna be?
About it anymore.
No, I'm not doing it anymore, Mr.
You
Landlord.
did it
I'm not.
before. What's so hard about doing it again?
You're almost the same age as my dad, and it makes me feel gross.
But it didn't make you feel gross when you did it the first 2 times. You're an adult now. You're not a child anymore. And this is where accountability plays a role. Yes, this dude is just as bad for bringing this up, for moving this way. But at the same time, you who went along with it, you wasn't forced to do it. Like, I mean, in the sense that there was not like a threat to your life. You being put out on the street is whatever, but a threat to your life is much different. But at the same time, you did it twice. So it means you willingly went along with it the second time. One time, you might get an excuse, but 2 times, no. If what he's saying is true, if it was 2 times, you don't get an excuse. And that's where I'm like, I like to hold people accountable for stuff like this. It's like you knew who you were getting involved with. You're not a victim in this situation. You're just as much as a willing participant as he is, but you just may not want to do it now, because now the common sense is kicking in now.
Like, what if I was your daughter?
Okay, yeah.
Daughter angle, baby, that don't work.
Listen. So
Yeah, first of all, his daughter is not going to look like you. That's going to be one. And number 2, his daughter's probably not going to be in a situation like you where you have to give up something to get by. And then they want to talk about like the queens are successful or whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure.
listen, you were probably watching that thinking, bro, this is obviously a skit. Okay, fine, fair. But listen to me, man. We know that times are hard. And to my amazement, people weren't talking about
I guess like what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, look. I mean, the good woman was desperate. I mean, she was probably falling on bad times. I don't know. She probably lost her job, or maybe she overspend her money. I mean, different combinations of things. And she was up against a choice: either I give up my coochie up to this old guy, or be out on the street. You know. But it's could be multiple different avenues. Like I said, she could have asked her parents for help, but then again, her parents would ask her why you're lacking funds like that.
That's if she got parents.
Yes, yeah. That's I'm just assuming because she seems young from this clip. So I mean, I would assume that she would have some type of help or family or parents if she was down that bad. But I guess not. She took the road of giving myself up to this old this old white dude. And the old white dude was loving it. He said, "Baby, just removing them damn clothes off, man. let me get back to my younger days. Yo, put some work in that coochie, man. Fuck you mean, man?
Come on. I'm starving.
He's starving. Come on.
Ah.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty crazy clip. That's a pretty crazy clip, man. That's all I got to say. It's not really surprising though, because like I said, I know situations like this are real, so it's not that I don't know that, but I guess it's like giving your body up for payment, man. That's they not against it, man. Let's just say that that's not something they're completely against. They're open to the idea if it makes sense, but it's like it's kind of like trying to play moral ground after you already committed the sin. It's like, nah, you already committed it, so it's like you can't try to backtrack it. You just got to accept it for what it is and get away from it. But probably ain't got no friends. Reach out to family. There's different things that could have been done, but we're not in the situation, so it's whatever. Other than that, you say go through the video or
I mean, that's good. We could just stop from here.
okay? Yeah, well, that was it. From the clips that we mentioned earlier. So you guys just leave us some feedback in the comments and let us know anything else that we might need to know about that clip, or if there's an extension or more explain, because when we have this to go off of. So yeah.
So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any suggestions or feedback, please hit us on the social media or in our email us in the description down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we see you guys in the next video.
Peace.